Week 4. It's the Cowboys and Packers.
Man, I'm so sick of this. Man, I'm so sick of this.
You Jerry! Fuck you, Jerry! Fuck you, Jerry! Fuck you, Jerry!
What's up to all my faces out there? Oh, man. Bad history, man. It's like it's the Cowboys versus the Packers and the 49ers. There's something about these two teams, and the Packers and the 49ers, that we just can't get past. I don't know. It's been a nightmare for us Cowboys fans. You know, growing up as a kid, you know, I saw Brett Favre. You know, he couldn't get past the Cowboys, could never win in Texas Stadium. You know, we would always eliminate the Cowboys in the playoffs. And it just completely turned around once Aaron Rodgers came in, you know, and had historic freaking losses, you know, in 2014 and that game winning field goal with the Packers, you know, 2016, you know, and that 1 year in 2022, you know, we were up big, you know, and Packers came back. You know, won the game in overtime. Same thing back then, 2013 with Matt Flynn. You know, I'm so sick of these Packers. I am. I'm so sick of these Packers. I hate the Green Bay Packers. And I wanted to say, you know, I'll be a little personal on here. You know, I don't really tell my life on here. But, you know, me and my oldest daughter, you know, we were going through some hard times, you know, she's rebelling and all that stuff. And we made it a special time. We made it a special time to put money together and hit the Cowboys and Packers 2023 wild card game. And I tell you what, that was one of the worst games we've ever been to. The worst. Like, Cowboys, why'd you have to do that to me? As a father, taking my daughter. Why did you have to do that to me? Of course, you know, me and her had a good time. Overall, besides the loss, you know, we had a good time. We spent time with each other, you know, stuff like that, you know, father and daughter. I'm a girl dad, y'all. I got 3 girls. But that was such a terrible game to take her to. And I wanted us to be a part of, you know, some playoff run at least, you know. And I honestly thought we were going to win that game. You know, with Aaron Rodgers not being there anymore, 7th seed Packers coming in, you know, Jordan Love. And Jordan Love just balls out. Anyways, I don't want to sit there and talk about, you know, the past. We got Parsons. You know, all the talk about Parsons, you know, going to the Packers. You know, Kenny Clark comes here. We get 2 first-round picks. And here we are with this game. And Micah Parsons ain't getting no tribute. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. I don't want no tribute for Micah Parsons. You know, I was a fan of him when he first started out with the Cowboys, but I got to where the last 2 years I just could not stand him. And I'm so happy he left. I'm happy he left. And I'll tell you what, man, when Micah Parsons went to the Packers, I'll tell you, these Packers fans, they went ballistic. All this, like, when Micah Parsons became a Green Bay Packers, everybody just talked about how great he is. The referees were calling holds on Micah Parsons, that we weren't getting the time that he was with the Cowboys. Have y'all noticed that? Seriously, let me ask you, have y'all noticed that? Ever since Micah Parsons came in the first few games, he has gotten holding calls. When he was being held left and right, and we were getting no calls over it. And the sacks. Everybody cheered over that one sack on Goff. And the game was pretty much already over. Once again, it meant nothing. And people cheered on that sack. And that's all he's got is a sack. Yeah, he can put a sack and a half. That's what's on his stat. That ain't Marshawn Needland. Kenny Clark. And James Houston. All got the same sack. One sack, just like Micah Parsons. I tell you, man, they make this dude so great now. I'm just... Guys, I'm not feeling too good about this game. I'm not. I'm driving down to San Antonio. We're seeing a Christian metal concert. We got Demon Hunter, War of Ages, Convictions, and Cultists. Y'all check out those 4 bands right there. But it's going to be a sweet show. It's going to be Saturday, stay at a hotel, Saturday night after it's done. And then we're going to drive back. It's about almost a 4-hour drive, from San Antonio back to Abilene. And we'll be back in time because it's going to be a Sunday night football game. But I tell you what, man. Trayvon Diggs, he may be playing hurt, but at the same time, I think he just lost his passion for either football or for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm so sick of looking at Trayvon Diggs right now. You got CeeDee Lamb hurt. Out. CeeDee Lamb out. Tyler Booker out. Cooper Beebe out. Overshown has been out. Deron Bland, he's been out, but is he going to come back this Sunday? I mean, we got a lot of key players down. George Pickens, you came here to show yourself along with CD, but now it's a chance to show that you are number 1 receiver for the Dallas Cowboys in the meantime. You better show up, buddy. I saw that drop tip pass interception that Dak threw you, and you threw a little fit on the sideline. I get it. You know what I mean? You wanted that play. I understand. We all get mad at any subject, and I get it. You got pretty pissed off, on the sideline over that. But it's on you now. Yeah, we got Tolbert, and oh yeah, I didn't even say, man. We got Turpin out. He's out, right? And that's also another receiver. So Tolbert, do something, man. Dak likes to throw to you still. I don't know, man. Cooper Beebe and Tyler Booker being out, both with ankle sprains, just like CeeDee Lamb. What is up with this ankle sprain, this high ankle sprain going on? You got Brock Hoffman that's going to fill in for Cooper Beebe, and you're going to have TJ Bass that's going to fill in for Tyler Booker. But I really did want Tyler Booker to face off against that Packers defensive line along with Micah Parsons. But I don't know. Dak, do something, boy. Do something. Seriously, man, you've been playing all right. This is your chance, to just light it up, man, and you and George Pickens, I hope y'all been together all week, working something out, having better reads, because you seem to be throwing to CeeDee Lamb and Tolbert a whole lot more than George Pickens. But it seems like the Packers keep, having trouble stopping the run, is what I'm seeing. So Javonte Williams, don't fumble. And Miles Sanders, yeah, you fumbled in that first game against the Eagles, but don't fumble. Javonte Williams, run with all you got. And when you get hit and you're about to get tackled, make sure you go 2 or 3 more yards as you're going to the ground. And that Packers O-line is, they're not doing so well either. So we'll see. And you got Adam James. Shout out to Adam James. He's a pretty cool Packers fan. And he wanted to make a bet. A mini helmet bet. Whoever wins, gets a mini helmet. And I didn't want to. But Trayvon Diggs beat a Trig or whatever, Trayvon Diggs. CeeDee Lamb out. Tyler Booker out. Cooper Beebe out. Overshown, Ben out. Man, I miss Overshown, man. I want him to come back. Deron Bland, we don't know if he's coming back. He's been out. Oh, man. Vontae Turpin. Adam James. You have sent me gifts in 2021, with 5 rings, 5 replica rings. And you've given me a Daryl, a signed mini helmet of Daryl Johnston. Adam James, deal. We'll do a mini helmet bet. You've been a cool dude. And yeah, we'll do it. It's just a mini helmet. I don't have faith in this Cowboys football team, but you just never know. You just never know what could happen in the NFL. I've seen it all. As a Cowboys fan, born in the 80s, growing up in the 90s, I've seen it all. Don't be surprised that Cowboys end up winning this game. When everybody goes against the Cowboys and chooses the opponent's side to win the game, Cowboys end up winning. Oh, but when everybody's about, hey, Cowboys going to win, Cowboys will win, Cowboys will win, Cowboys, I picked the Cowboys, that's when we lose. About 80-90% of the time, it seems like that's how it's always been. So, you just never know. My expectations are low. But I kind of think about those games last year, how we were down and out. But look what we did to Washington that one game last year. Now, you want to talk about some crazy games right there? Yeah. I don't know what else I could say. I've seen it all. All right, guys. The mini helmet bet. That's a cool Packers fan. AJ Packers. But these other Packers fans, don't follow these other Packers fans. You got Tom Grossi. That dude's a Fruit Loop. He's a banana nut cake. Is what he is. I don't know how y'all Packers fans follow that dude. I mean, Then you got Matt, how you say, Ramage? That dude's so delusional. You want to talk about us Cowboys fans being so delusional? That's one delusional Cowboys, or one delusional Packers fan right there. And then you got this, the Packers fan with swagger, or something like that, like, I've been a correctional officer for 9 years, from 2009 to about 2018. And I can tell this dude was probably hanging low on a stick, man, probably been molested a few times, getting out, and he still wanted to try to act like he's hard or something. Oh, man, don't be messing with with Packers fans like that, man. Y'all stay away from them kind of Packers fans if you're a Packers fan. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. It's always go Cowboys. I don't think we're going to win this game, but I've seen it all. This is the NFL. You just never know. Mini helmet bet is on the line. All right, Adam James. All right, let's go Cowboys.